Shalom, fam. Let me fix my mic real quick. I'll be right with you. My playback ain't working like I want it to work. Hold on. Be right back. All right. Shalom. Hope that sound better. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about what I'm gonna talk about today. So I told y'all I did some studies on the banking system on how they loan us money. And what I want to tell y'all is that the same amount of people that's recorded as the people that don't get enough, that don't get loans, those are the same people. That's the same amount of people that they say is Black American descendants of slaves. Now, if these numbers is off, then I guess they need to check with Chat GBT. But you know how that go. So I'm finna leave that like it is, and I'm finna go ahead and just start talking about my findings. And I have some information with you about how immigration work. I'm gonna share that underneath the video when I'm done, so that you can fact check everything I'm saying. So there is a disparity with us getting loans. There's a disparity with our people with getting mortgages, auto loans, business loan, personal loans. A person can come in but when an immigrant come in with immigration, when they come to America, they can come in and they give them $900 off the rip to start off. Housing, all this was recorded in 2024, and I noticed that while people were getting these grants and loans that they didn't have to pay back, that I was being denied loans, and a lot of my brothers and sisters was giving testimony. More than two witnesses, that's a certified thing right there. So our people was giving testimony on how they weren't able to secure a loan. Has any one of y'all been able to secure $1 million and something dollar loan for your business? Because $3,000, I think, is the least that you could get on a loan at a bank, and they say you can get up to like 21 or whatever. But however many times can you go and borrow? And they say they check to see um, how much income you get in. Is that income a steady income? And there are many of our brothers and sisters that has a steady income, but the way that the job market is, anybody can get laid off at any given time. So you can't really just go off of that. You have to. So you would show that you're able to pay the loan off or whatever. But when you look at this thing, another thing that get us is these credit checks, and the credit checks was started when our people for the housing credit checks was started in order to deny loans to our people. So only they say 80% of us are denied loans. The other percent of us, and I'm talking about descendants of slave, North American descendants of slave, uh, out of that 80% that's denied, there's only a small percent of us that's allotted this the ability to get a loan. So when we look at how we are treated in this scenario, it does not show fair and equal treatment. And because of that bill that was passed, they say it was there to protect us, that no person that's black can be denied a loan. How is it so evident that there are many people, more than one witness from other nations that come in? They say that when they go to the bank, they can get their loans, and our people is just making excuses. So going by their testimonies, if they can be proven wrong, then they can show that they did not get any assistance. But I do know that when they immigrate to America, all of them got $900 apiece when they came here. They gave them housing and everything, and they were able to shut us out of that right there and not allow us to partake inside of that right there. Y'all see what I'm saying? So it shows that there's some unfair treatment going on around here. Let me see if I can set my mic up a little louder because I don't think it's loud enough. All right. I don't know if that's too loud. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Round by right there. All right. So it shows that even though people say that it's being fair, it's fair all the way around. I don't know if the mic sounded good. Let me know, fam, if you hear. I put it on automatic. But it shows that there's not a lot of fair treatment going on around here. And people use that strawman argument. You know what I mean? Because a handful of us are able to go in and successfully gather that information. And they also say that they give us higher interest rates on the loan. And European people are more likely to be approved for a loan. Just like when you look at, and you can see the differences on how people are treated. Now, when it comes down to police brutality, that right there is almost even among the people that call themselves black. Because just the other night, I was looking on Brother K Judah page and on Sister E page on how this brother had just won the middleweight championship, the greatest in the world. I watched this on Brother Willie D page as well. And I didn't know that this was lawful, even though things that's lawful is not always followed. But if it's lawful that the police just knock on your door, on your window with an automatic weapon in his hand, knock on the window with the automatic weapon and tell you to roll your window down, what would be the sensible thing for a person to do but to just pull off? Because you already came up to the car with an automatic weapon in your hand, knocking on the window saying pull it down. Now, if you would have ran off, then they'll say you fleeing, you running from the police. But if you stay there, and if the officer finger get a little itchy, he might pull it. So you don't know what's going to happen. Uh, a good thing that the brother did survive that right there. But so we see that we're not treated fair in North America. So what we requested is that we get compensation, at least some form of compensation of money, and some land where we could get away from people that it seemed like to me is hostile towards us. That we supposed to pretend like there's not a lot of hostility. Now, just because all officers ain't like that, it just take one. So it don't a bullet don't got nobody name on it. It don't care who it come at. It only got its only thing it was created for is to pierce somebody, light them up, and kill them. So if people want to police our people, and we try to build our own system of policemen with the Black Panther Party, and that was shut down by COINTELPRO. So it seemed like everything we go to do, try to go and get business loans, try to get loans, and if we try to come and build something together, it get COINTELPRO, just like with the BLM movement and with the NAACP and all of the other things that people get inside of there that make excuses, but they tell us to go out and vote, but they're not doing anything for the people that's supposed to be their constituents that's going out there to vote for them. So my point is to say this is I'm just come on here to show y'all the situation with the banks for the people that deny, that try to pretend like we're able to go in and secure loans easily and go in and gather the resources we need in order to begin to start up businesses and all that. If it's that easy, how come we're more likely to be denied the economic ability to the economic the resources in order to secure loans? We have to be treated fairly. We have to be able to secure loans. If you turn down it, listen, in America, you can't just go somewhere and say, "Hey, I want this," and they give it to you for free. You got to pay contractors. You got to know how to go and secure the property and all that. You got to have the financial backing to keep the business running, to keep it afloat. Because if you first start out a business, you need money to keep it going until it start picking up. It's not going to be an easy thing for a person to just say, uh, go and apply for a loan, and then you keep getting a letter returned in the mail saying denied a loan. But when people come inside the country, they able to get $900 off the rip, no matter what skin color they is. But when you integrate it inside the country, people boasting saying how much wealth and income they got, and saying that we got all these rights in this country, but everybody is not able to participate in those so-called rights. And they say they're using Elder Martin Luther King as a scapegoat to explain away the situation. So that's what I want to come on here and talk to y'all about just a little bit. And I will provide the resources so y'all can go in and look at it. And my thing is, if we want this thing to be done, we're going to have to learn how to get over being selfish. We need a trustworthy person. I heard that they got black banks. I don't know who they banking under. I don't know if so. I don't know how they go. I know there ain't no Negroes being printed on the dollar bill, so evidently it's still going through the American way. So I don't know how they go, and if anybody got any resource or anything about that, maybe you should go live and explain to the people that's being denied loans, that's living in the projects and living in the hood, how to get the money so that they could be able to start whatever they're trying to start. Do you know anybody that's actually running a business that's willing to loan to the people in the community that want to start businesses? Do you know anybody that want to oversee it? Why are we going out getting college grants and all that right there, finishing college? You done got your master's degree and all that, and you won't come back inside the hood and teach the youth these trades for free. You should not have to charge the youth. You learned it. The community paid for it through hard suffering and bondage. You should be able to come back to the community and apply all the stuff you learned in college, teach the youth, give them jobs, and let them give other people jobs. We need people that know how to dig up the stuff for the tires. We need people to know how to trade, how to go in and gather money from other people. We don't come together like we supposed to. And anytime we start having leadership in anything, it get dismantled with COINTELPRO and the Negro willing to make a quick buck or come in and destroy and dismantle the whole organization. That's the thing. Even with businesses, they all get dismantled and COINTELPRO. It's something wrong where every time we set up something, it's always a Negro coming in to come in and destroy the whole program. But we'll go and work for Walmart, go and work for all the different companies, and nobody is paying them to go inside of Publix, the COINTELPRO Publix. Nobody's trying to go and pay somebody to COINTELPRO the sheriff department, but they COINTELPRO the Black Panthers. That was a movement set up by a nation inside of a nation that was brought over here by force. We are a nation inside of a nation. We came from people that had kings, people that we had priests. So when we start realizing that we are a nation inside of these nations, we'll stop trying to uh, uh, join the next bandwagon and figure out who's finna be the next top Negro in charge. The shuck and jive and tap shoe dance, feet moving 45 miles an hour, tap dance across the stage to please somebody. Instead of us coming together and building together. Shalom, Sister Selena. There's a problem with us, sister, that we can't come together because it's a lot of COINTELPRO Negroes that want to come in and shuck and jive and tap dive about 45 miles per hour, making their feet move faster than the speed of light. I just don't get it why every time we set up something, a Negro is quick just to make a quick buck, come in and shut the whole thing down. The whole Black Panther Party just shut down. The whole BLM movement shut down. COINTELPRO, all of it just shut down. Even what they say, the Pan African movement, all of it, COINTELPRO, shut down. Everything we try to do, it gets shut down. And COINTELPRO, when is we gonna have some honest Negroes that's willing to work and not be a simp and sell out their whole people just to make $25,000? Now I can't say how they being done. You don't know if somebody got a gun to their head or a knife to their throat, saying if you don't do this or else. So this is a problem, and so we gonna have this issue. You know what I mean? But grandma and granddaddy them made it work some kind of way. We can't make it work by leaving our foundation so we could be cool like everybody else. They say everybody trying to be cool. So something got to give. At least thing we had is we was trying to stand on the foundation, which is the Bible. And some of us was standing on the Quran. One thing we had is that when you saw a brother or a sister, we say that's a brother, that's a sister. One more thing before I go. Why do we say I don't believe in the Muslim religion and we call that the devil religion, right? Let me show you. They'll let me. Okay. Why do we doing that? Why every time one of our people join a religion, we say, "Oh, that I don't like that right there. I can't get with that. That's the devil religion, right?" But when it come down to Christianity, we willing to jump on it. We say we don't like Islam because that's what was used to enslave us. But Christianity was used to enslave us. Oh, don't talk about my sweet Christianity. But why people telling the Muslims that they can't talk about their sweet Muslimhood? You see what I'm saying? We need to understand the difference between a religion and a nation. Nations can join a religion. A religion cannot join a bloodline. It's a difference between a religious belief and a nation. In America, there are people from Sham, Kham, and Yapah, and a lot of them follow a whole lot of religions and a whole lot of practices. But their bloodline is who they are. Their country is where they come from. That's their part of their inheritance, whether they was a rich person or whether they was poor. They always know that they have a country. Our people is the only one on every continent of the earth that don't got a place that we can rest our feet as our own country. And some of us say North America is ours. Some of us say South America is ours. Some of us say that England is ours, or Spain is ours. But the slave ships say that you was put on there and brought across these borders and put on the plantations. Now some say we was already here. That's also counterintuitive. That's counterintuitive, counter COINTEL against the original argument. Not that it was already people here. Yes, there's been mixtures going on with the indigenous folk that's already over here, but we were broken down. You see what I'm saying? Not saying that a lot of us don't have indigenous blood in us, but what I'm saying that we have to stop, you know, uh, 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 countering our own arguments. It is facts that a lot of us is mixed. It is facts that there was already people over here. That's a fact. But here's a real fact right here, that the slave trade happened and thousands of us were being brought over here at a time. We have to stop COINTELling proing ourselves. It's time for us to get with the program. If you can't work with one another, we have no purpose. A nation without a vision will perish. A nation without a goal, as a nation, you should have a goal to take care of one another. A leader was supposed to lead the flock. The flock is a flock because they together, but now that we are dispersed and separated and divided, why did he say that he come to set the captives free? To redeem, he came to be our redeemer. Messiah died. His blood is the propitiation for our sin. His blood was shed so that we also could be redeemed. So we see this thing that there needs to be a healing. Brother Willie D was talking about this. If I remember, I pinned all of that underneath this video. I want to thank y'all for coming. I try my best to speak as best as I can, and if my words don't come out as perfect as they ought to, just have mercy on my peanut head. I'm doing my best. But fam, I'm about to go. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And if y'all willing, I come on here and do a more uh uh professional live. But I came on StreamYard because right now I'm going through some stuff. But fam, please don't forget to like and share. And I thank all of the new subscribers that's been coming and that's been showing love to that song that I had dropped last year. Y'all keep doing that, and please don't forget to go on my artist page and show the same love that y'all showing to that one song. Show it to all the other ones on my artist page, because I'm having problems with the label. They're not really gathering that information, and I'm gonna have to try to call somebody to fix that. But anyway, I want to say shalom to those who came, and I pray that you have a good day. Shalom.